Welcome back. In today's video, we're going to learn about the cycle of how our perspective creates our reality, which creates our perspective, which creates our reality, which creates our perspective, and on and on and on. Let's take a moment and review video 1. Our perspective does create our reality, and sometimes we rip ourselves off by collecting evidence or holding on to the idea that we, or some area of our life, are less than perfect. However, who we are and what we have is exactly who we are and what we have. And nothing happens imperfectly in paradise. And paradise is right here, right now. Now, I challenge you to then live for one day and believe that you are a perfect 10 in one area of your life. By the end of that day, how much more comfortable did you feel in your body? How did focusing in on your perfection make you more purposeful in your relationships? Hopefully by simply changing your perspective, you experience some change in your results. Now, many times, this becomes self-fulfilling prophecies. What we see is what we get. And we dipped our toe in understanding how perspective is so incredibly powerful. To create big, lasting change, we want to understand the most powerful tool that we have, the mind. Now, there's a physical part of the brain located at the back of the head, the top of the spine. It's called the Reticular Activator system. Go ahead and place your hand there right now. RAS for short, RAS. Now, it does a lot of regulating our sleep and wake functions, our arousal, but it also regulates information. It acts as the information bottleneck that only allows so much information through. Now, especially in today's world, there is so much stimulus coming at us at every moment than our conscious mind can really handle any given moment. What the RAS does is focus on and pay attention to what you choose to pay attention to at that moment. And then it filters out any information that is not important to you at that moment. All right? So think about it this way. Have you ever noticed how maybe you're at an airport and there's millions of bits of stimuli all around you, and you can still focus in on what's most important to you? I mean, flights leaving, landing, people are talking on their phones, wrangling their kids, displays are flashing, showing flight times and delays, TSA agents are on the loudspeakers, announcements are coming on, sometimes in different languages, talking about different flights and locations and protocol. Now, in the midst of all of that, your subconscious mind makes a request to listen for your flight number. And when it is announced, your RAS alerts you. So what's going on all around you right now? I'd like to do an exercise with you. I'd like you to relax, become 100% present. Go ahead and listen to your breathing. Feel the chair underneath you. What do you hear all around you? And what's beyond that noise? Now look around and find everything that's the color red or yellow. Now, did it just suddenly show up, or was it there the whole time? Now, we didn't pay attention to that information. It was there the whole time because it wasn't important until we called for that information, when we gave the command to our RAS. It's like looking for a home to buy, and suddenly we see for sale signs everywhere. Or when we buy a new car, and what do we see on the streets around us? That car again. It seems like maybe there was a whole garage full of that car, and they're waiting for us to purchase it, and then they came out on the streets, and suddenly they're everywhere. No, not likely. It's just that our RAS didn't pay attention to it until we were looking for a car that looked like that. Now, what we focus on grows. That's the conclusion here. We can shape our reality by directing our RAS to seek out evidence to prove ourselves to be right about anything we want to be right about. My challenge to you is to amp up the action from the last video. I want you to direct your RAS to seek out evidence to prove that you are a perfect 10 in that same area of life. I guarantee possibilities that you hadn't noticed before will jump out at you. And in the next video, we're actually going to learn about how our beliefs are filters through which we see our realities. We'll see you there.